Andrew Nicholson from the off to that fairly straightforward first fence.
Yes, it was a very kind, gradual start, the first couple of fences. Just got them going into a nice rhythm.
At the elephant trap, Tina Reeve.
So that was a nice sort of let-up fence. It was just a sloping rail over a biggish ditch. It was a kind one. It's nice to have some let-up fences in the middle of the course.
Andrew Nicholson, the runner-up last year, but it was Nicky May that set the early lead.
Yes, but I think Andrew's going to give her a real run for her money. He's going to be right out there to try and win this big, prestigious competition. And he's going for it, isn't he? He really is.
Lorna Clark, who was the last to go, but in the worst possible conditions.
Oh, awful. The rain's absolutely pelting down there. They look absolutely saturated, but I think Jester must be revelling in this, having had a bit of foot problem, which prevented him running at Punchestown. This is the sort of conditions he loves.
Andrew again. It's a long run through that water, Jen.
It's a very long run, and it certainly makes a difference on your timing. You can't just gallop flat out through such an expanse of water. So you've just got to keep the horses balanced.
And Lorna coming to the dew pond, and the rain beginning to really pour down now.
It was really miserable by this stage. You can see how soaked she looked, and she's only at the beginning of the course.
Back to Andrew at the double C.
Safely over that first corner, and just picked up well when the horse pecked there, and just popped out the easier route out of that. Some went over the corner by pulling a little bit more to the left of that fence.
Lorna at the water.
Lovely confident jump. Jester was one of the few we've seen, I think, who never even hesitated there.
As Andrew Nicholson comes to the finishing line, finisher time of 9.51, so there was only 0.4 of a time penalty, and the fastest time of the day. So Lorna now to put in the challenge.
She certainly has, and she's still going for it, in spite of the weather. She has this wonderful way of riding on a sort of completely loose rein, and the horses just revel in it. She's amazing. She's always ridden in that style. Look at that, just absolutely flying through there. Must have been the fastest through there we've seen.
And here's the scoreboard. Against two of the most experienced horses in the sport, Andrew Nicholson's Park Grove races round the cross-country course in the fastest time of the day to take a narrow lead from Nicky May, ahead of King's Gesture, and a fine performance by Hello Henry. Now, show jumping. And with 3 to go, and lying in third place, one of the most experienced combinations in the world, Lorna Clark and King's Jester. That was a clear round, and you won't see them much cleaner than that. Nicola May with Macduff the Third, the early leaders on the cross-country.
Been a tremendously successful family, the May sisters, with Nicola being a former junior European champion. And she was, of course, shortlisted with this horse a couple of years ago for the European Championships. He's a tremendous jumper. He's like a little jack-in-the-box, really. He's got a tremendous spring there, but not always the easiest to control in this sort of situation. And that one went a bit casual. No, I don't think she can afford to let any more down. 2 more to go. No, we didn't give that one very much.
Well, Nicky held her second placing. A fine performance. She'll be pleased with that at this major senior event. But the last to go, Andrew Nicholson and Park Grove.
There's such a lot of tension right now, and everybody will be willing Andrew, I think, to win this after last year, where he just missed it by such a close margin. He's a very, very popular rider.
We tend to forget sometimes that they ride for their own country, New Zealand.
Exactly.
When
They're
we look
almost
back to the World Equestrian Games in Stockholm. He looks well ahead. He looks to the track he's going to take with the horse, doesn't he?
makes it seem as if every fence is the most important in the arena. And of course, that's what really makes the difference.
But he pushes for that last fence. But that's the magic clear round for Andrew Nicholson of New Zealand.